And we're back in my truck. So we got a no cool call. It's a water source heat pump. So we're going to go ahead and go into the attic or the ceiling and see why it's not cooling. So here we go. Cooling. And I got nothing. Unit's not running, should be. Looks like somebody put dye in it, so that's something to check. Pipes don't feel terrible, but I can't tell because I'm wearing gloves. So let's go ahead and open this up. See, it's probably just gonna give us an error code saying that it's locked out and not why, but you know. All right, we're gonna go ahead and open this up. We have fast flash. Fast flash equals a lockout. Don't you just love how descriptive these error codes are? It's like, duh, it's on a lockout, but why is it a lockout? It's not gonna tell you. Before we do anything, I just want to make sure I'm receiving a call from the stat. Show ongoing common to Y. Yes, I have 26 volts, so I'm good there. So, kill power. Alright, back on. Okay, so we got about 3 amps on our compressor. So, we're gonna have to let this thing run for a while to see if it'll lock out again. Let's go ahead and make sure we got airflow. Slow flash. Fault retry. Well, that's nice. So I love the fact that it doesn't tell us what the fault is. It's just telling us it's gonna retry. Okay, so I've got the system reset here. I'm just waiting for it to kick back on. Of course, this thing doesn't tell me what's wrong with it. So I don't even know why they bother with the diagnostic system because it doesn't really tell you anything. It just says it's locked out. Compressor just kicked on, finally. We're pulling 2.2. It's climbing, 2.4, 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, 0.8, 0.9, 3. It could be a refrigerant problem, we shall see here. And again, our pipe temperature differential is right where it should be, so no concern there. And I really don't want to put a gauge on this because it's just going to get dye all over everything, and that's not fun. But I think I'm going to have to. Yeah, so we settle at about 3 amps. Let's go ahead and unplug one of these and see what it shows. No, that didn't do anything. And that's the low pressure switch. Maybe it has to run like that for a while. That's kind of ridiculous. Let's try the high pressure switch. Okay, that kills it right away. Okay. We have a slow flash. We'll go ahead and reset it. So it might be this guy that's tripping. Alright, let's go ahead and reset that. So we should show 0 volts once it's powered up. And if it opens, it will show voltage. And we'll go ahead and put this on a max. There we go. Okay, so our high pressure switch is what tripped. Well, we know that it's the high pressure switch, so we're gonna have to do a flush a while. See if this strainer is dirty. All right, so we're on the other side here. First things first, we need to turn off the water. Let's see, this is our supply here. Okay, that's off. get sick. This one actually has a spout in it, which is nice. And drain the water that's inside here. This nice handy dandy spout. It doesn't look gross. This under here. So this thing start dripping all crazy. Man. Ooh. Well, there's definitely some gunk in there. Let's see. Oh yeah. Well, it's not terrible, but there is some stuff in there. But like I said, it's not terrible. And we're gonna do what's called a backflush. That's where we let the water in through the backside. So instead of the supply, it comes in from the return, and it'll push through the water loop, come back out, and blow out any junk that's in the coil. Let's see, so that's going to be this top one up here. Yeah, it's pretty gross. Okay. Got that cleaned up. I'm gonna go ahead and shove that back in there. Wow. All right. And we want to wipe her dry so we can make sure there's no leaks when we turn this back on. Make sure that's closed all the way. Okay. Here we go. Let's just make sure that there's no leaks on this guy. Nope. Sweet. So that is all flushed out. Let's cycle this bad boy and see if she trips out again. She's been running for like 30 seconds, so we'll see if she stays on. You can see here we have 11 volts. That's because it just kicked on. Go ahead and clear that. So I have this on max. So the idea is it'll hold. Oops. No. There we go. It'll hold the highest voltage, so I'll know if that pressure switch trips or not. Because this thing's really good at not telling me what's wrong with it. So I have to kind of figure it out. Like I said, the diagnostic lights on these things are just pointless because they don't really tell you much. At least in my experience. I mean, yeah, you can do a recall, but I always get a no fault found. So right now we're at, so we got a 10-degree difference, as you can see. So that's better. I think at one point it was at like 5 or 7, 5 or 6. So we'll see if we get, nope. Okay, so it's not my water loop. It's gonna be probably overcharged. Somebody probably misdiagnosed it, I guess. I don't know. So now I got to figure out how to get to the port. So I'm going to see if I can get to that side panel there to see what's what, because I have no idea what that line is. Okay, so 143.1 off pressure. My inlet temperature, which would be my condensing temperature, is 66 degrees. So that should be saturating right about there. So we're at 80. So that's already telling me that it's probably overcharged. So we're gonna go ahead and kick this thing on and see what it looks like, but we're gonna have to let some out. Our head pressure is way too high. I've already let some refrigerant out and she's doing better, but she's definitely overcharged. I'm gonna let a little bit more out. This is still pretty high, but we're gonna let it stabilize and see what she does. Okay, so I actually want this, I forgot that this is not a liquid pressure, this is a vapor pressure. So it's gonna be about 40 degrees, 30 to 40 above ambient, so 66, 76, 86, 96, 106, so it's still a little bit high, but I gotta be careful with that my suction doesn't get too low. So I think we're gonna leave it at this and see how it goes, because I'm out of time. And we'll just have to check back on this tomorrow and see how it's doing. But it's been running for well over 10 minutes and it hasn't tripped, so I think we're better. So we're gonna close this thing up and get out of here. We are currently cooling now, so much better.